This channel is proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, Game Master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment, and make sure that you use my code for a special discount. This channel is proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop RPG where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released the Whispers of Copperridge adventure module. You will find the links in the description and in the pinned comment. Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring the Sword of Cepheus 2nd edition. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this Sword and Sorcery and Sandal and Planet tabletop RPG powered by Cepheus Deluxe, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about character generation. In the Sword of Cepheus, your character begins the game as a skilled, experienced adult. First, you determine your characteristics. Later on, you will enter a life path minigame system, so do not worry about further fleshing out those background details. Characteristics serve as a basic measure for tasks for which every human can perform, but some can perform better or worse than others, of course. They are pretty self-explanatory. You have strength, which is about prowess and brute force. It modifies your melee attack rolls and damage, and your carrying capacity. Each of these attributes is also related to a particular skill roll or throw. When it comes to dexterity, this is all about ranged attacks and evading physical threats. You have endurance, which resists biological threats such as disease and poison, and it determines your character's stamina and lifeblood, representing toughness and resistance to damage. When it comes to intelligence, this is all about reasoning, creativity. Together with education, intelligence determines the character's maximum number of skill ranks. When it comes to education, this is formal knowledge, general apprenticeship. Education of 8 or more allows rolling on the advanced education column in the character tables. A character gains a number of additional languages equal to their education modifier. Together with intelligence, education determines the character's maximum number of skill ranks. When it comes to social standing, this is about a character's connections and position in society. Social standing provides characters with a number of free contacts equal to their social standing modifier. When it comes to generating these characteristics, you have 3 methods. You can set an array of pre-established values to the characteristics. You can also roll these randomly by rolling a couple of 6-sided dice per characteristic. But you can also assign a number of points to the characteristics. Now, when it comes to characteristic modifiers, each characteristic has an associated modifier based on its value or score, as noted on a table. So for example, a characteristic score between 6 and 8 has no modifiers whatsoever. A characteristic score between 3 to 5 has a -1. A characteristic value of 12 to 14 has +2, and so forth. Characteristics represent general human capabilities that every character possesses to one degree or another. Contrast these to skills, which represent specialized training. Anyone can jump to a certain distance because of their dexterity, but not everyone can pilot a starship effectively using the piloting skill. However, general aptitudes do influence even the actions of professionals. For example, the dexterity characteristic modifier is often added to piloting skill rolls or throws. Characteristic throws use only the characteristic modifier rather than the characteristic plus skill of skill throws. Characteristic throws do not suffer the -3 unskilled penalty. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about background skills. So it's all pretty simple when it comes to the characteristic values. Just keep in mind how the modifiers will affect your different skill throws or rolls. Now, when it comes to the character generation system, that is the way of generating the characteristic values, I think that if you want a more consistent approach, you should definitely use the array of predetermined values or the point distribution system, because if you determine things randomly, you may end up with a somewhat weak character, like the sort of character that would appear in a Sword and Sorcery story from Clark Ashton Smith, But maybe you get really lucky, and you end up with the characteristics of a character that you would find in a Robert E. Howard story. Very powerful. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member or using the super thanks button. You can also check out the pinned comment below. This has been Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. I am currently unavailable for professional sessions, but I will put my contact information in the description and in the pinned comment for when I am available again. And remember, master roleplay and you will master the game. Once again, thank you and see you later.